Hi guys, it's Sheila. Welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a bit of a different video. My voice is a little raspy because I'm sick and I apologize, but today I'm going to be filming some stuff for YouTube. I'm also going to be editing for a client, a business client, and then I also have to pack a couple of candles. So I figured I would do like a day in my life kind of thing. I've been like also decluttering my space, so there's a lot of things that have changed. I have a full room kind of full of gear. I also uploaded the Husky stands that I like organized all my equipment in. So I guess you guys can join me, and then I'll also be talking about the equipment that I've been using lately. And if we have enough time, I don't know how long this video is going to be, maybe we can talk a little bit more about things that I have purchased in the last couple of months that I feel like are worth it. And then I'm also going to be talking about the new things that I feel like I'm going to introduce onto my channel, and hopefully you guys can follow along this whole experience, and yeah, let's make it a good one. So if you didn't know, I do have a candle business that I kind of do on the side because I think I don't have enough time to actually like go full time with it. But I used to make these candles in concrete jars and vessels. Unfortunately, due to the circumstances of where I live now, I don't have a space that I can make the jars in anymore. So I had to switch to like frosted glass jars like this one, and I sold this Prosecco and raspberry one, which is one of my favorite scents. So today we're going to be packing it up. What I basically do is I have a cardboard box and I'm going to stamp my logo into it and then put some stuff around it, I guess, to protect it. And then I do have to ship the labels, but I haven't seen my label maker in a long time. Unfortunately, like I have everything on stands, and when I go to use it, I have to bring it out and like actually plug it in. And I guess it's just a process. So I'm gonna open now where I have the boxes, and I have them in this closet back here. Pardon my little dog, he has to be everywhere where I am. So I have the smaller boxes here, and then the big boxes which I use to actually ship them away. And I feel like these fit perfect in there because we do have like the toolboxes and like cleaning supplies in here as well. It just like makes sense for them to be there. And we got this rack from Walmart, and I think I'm gonna get a second one for the other room because it came in really handy, and I feel like a lot of things do fit in here. So definitely gonna go for a second one. So I'm done with that, and this is what the box looks like. So I'm gonna stamp my logo onto this part right here, which is the second one. So I'm gonna use my little table for that, and we're gonna move on to there. I always find it really cool when people are filming themselves, and in these videos they also explain their process behind it. So right now I am filming with a 24-70, and I'm kind of like in a 50 mil, so it's kind of hard for me to see if I'm in focus or how the image is, you know, looking in the camera since I'm so far from it. So I'm using the Camera Connect app on my iPad mini, and this is the way that I'm seeing myself from here. I got all of the tools out that I'm gonna need, and basically what I'm gonna do is ink first, and then I'm gonna put a sticker that says thank you for your purchase, that I got these from, I think, eBay or something like that, and they brought like a pack of 50. And then I also made this letters that I wrote saying thank you. And basically I like to stamp this one because this one's gonna fold in, so I feel like the top of the box would be perfect for what we're doing. And then I have my tape here, and I'm gonna put a little fragile sticker as well. So starting off, I have this Tazon ink, and I'm just gonna go ahead and coat this with my logo. And there's different ways to do this, but I find this one the best and the easiest to kind of just like meet them in the middle. And then once I stamp, I want to make sure that I'm in the center, and then I'm going to put a lot of force into it so it stays. Not only do I press on the top, but I also want to like press on the bottom part. And this is what it looks like. I love it. So I'm gonna let this dry right here, close this up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fold my box. And here it is. And so when I fold it in, this part goes inside the box, and then we have our logo right on the top. I just also noticed a listing error on my site, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. I'm still working on how to print the label, but before I get there, I feel like I don't want to get any more orders on something that I don't have available, so I'm gonna fix that as well. So I went ahead and printed the label, but my camera died like right as I did that, of course. But now I don't know where to leave this that's like out of the way. Somewhere in my desk, because I don't really want it here, and I wish this desk had like more compartments, because I also don't want to be able to like see the cables underneath. This is the final box. I just have to tape the sides of it, put the printing label that I just printed, and it's ready to go. Yay! For the list of things that I have to do today, I have to edit a video that I already kind of edited, so I'm just gonna make some cuts to it, and I have my notes here of what I need to change on it. But I did want to talk about some things that have been very useful to me in my journey of like filming myself at home, and more for like TikTok, YouTube, and social media in general. Because I feel like it's really easy to kind of see people using gear online and saying that you absolutely need those things to be able to do your videos. And I found that the more that I buy, the more complicated my setup becomes, and I've just like really liked how simple it is now, and I feel like I'm finally at a good place where I feel happy with what I'm, projecting or accomplishing, I guess. So the first thing I'm going to say is that getting a good set of mics does make a huge difference. Right now, I'm using the HoloLens Lark M2 mics, and basically they come in a little charging station. You also get a receiver for your camera, and you also get a receiver for your iPhone, whether you have the Lightning or the USB-C ports on your phone. And they're very easy to use. You just literally plug them into your phone and start recording. And they also have a noise cancellation option that's really good, which I'm using right now. So as I have this on, I can just press on it, the light turns blue, and now the noise cancellation is not on. Turn it back on, and it's on. So I just find that they're very easy to use, and I really like them. I've also gotten a lot of compliments on the audio of my videos. I do use the wireless Rode Go's for more professional stuff, just because I really like them, and they also record internally. So I find that they're just like very useful for me, at least for weddings. So I don't want to use them for anything else, because I like to have my weddings there like backed up in a way. Even though I do back them up on my computer, I just don't want to mix my wedding work with my at-home work, because it's so current that I'm going to keep recording over and over, because it's like a loop that it records onto itself, if that makes sense. And I don't want to like accidentally record over a wedding and then having something lost. I don't know. It's just for peace of mind that I like to use these. However, if I didn't go for the HoloLens, I probably would have gone for the DJI mics, either the mini or the regular ones, because I think they're very comparable to the ones I'm using right now. And DJI is one of my favorite brands, if not my favorite, of all like tech, gear, camera, drone kind of thing. And I really like them. So I do, in a way, kind of just wish I had those, but I also don't have any regret in my heart, I guess, that I bought the HoloLens instead. So with that said, I talked about the mics. The second thing I want to talk about is buying a iPad mini. I feel like I use this a ton more than I thought, for not only for seeing myself in the camera and using the Monitor Plus when I'm using Sony, but also I can record TikToks on this. I can edit on this sometimes. If you use like CapCut, you can also have it on your iPad, and also for planning. So there's a lot of things that I like write notes on, and I just find that this size it's very nice for me. Also for like leisure, because I end up using this for like Netflix, or if I'm traveling, it's very easy to put this in my camera bag. It doesn't really weigh a lot, and I just really like it. I have the 5th gen, so I didn't go too crazy on it, and I think I bought it refurbished, so it was really cheap on Best Buy. And if you're looking for something like that, then definitely go ahead and purchase it. As far as cameras, right now I'm using the R6, but I think my go-to camera for like my YouTube videos would probably be the CV1M2 from Sony. Only reason I'm not recording with that one is because I was using a slider for the starting shot, and I don't think that camera has like the port that I need to plug in my slider. But that's the only reason I'm using that one today. Otherwise, I would be using that one solely for my YouTube. I think those are like the 3 things, like a good camera, a good set of mics, and obviously a good light. If you don't have like natural light coming in, you can have something like what I have is a lantern softbox with a light from Aperture, but there's really good lights from Amaron and Godox, like the 60L W, I think. That's a really good starter. And yeah, if not, and yeah, I would definitely recommend spending on a light if you don't have like a good source of natural light that comes into your window. If not, just stick to the natural light. It'll look really beautiful. Only reason I have lights is because it tends to get really dark where I live very early in the winter. So I definitely need that push. And I also only have like this big window to my left here. That's about it. So moving on, I'm going to do some editing now. And I hope this part of the video is not too boring for you guys. But today's like a very slow kind of day for me because I've been really, really sick. And I'm not trying to like push myself into very physical work today. And this is just what a typical day in a photographer's life looks. It's just like kind of stuck to the computer for a long part of the day. Actually right now, and this is a video that's going to be for a photographer as well, but it's more so like his life kind of thing. So it's very exciting. And did I not package this one? I'm heavily considering getting the Osmo Pocket 3, and I almost got it, and then I was like, whoa, I should wait to see what the Osmo Pocket 4 is like doing. And there seems to be like almost no difference except the battery part on the Osmo 4. So I think the Osmo 3 is gonna like drop down a lot in price, and I think I'm gonna go for it because I just feel like I need something for on the go. And I had the one and I never used it. I actually sold it for really cheap, but I just feel like it has come a long way since the one. So now in this state of my life, I feel like I would find myself using it a lot more, like a ton more. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you own one? Do you feel like you use it? Do you feel like it just sits in your drawer? What do we think? Okay, it took me a while to open the archive in DaVinci. I'm still trying to learn it. I just switched from Premiere not too long ago. So basically, I'm archiving the projects like to save them, and then you have to like restore them to be able to use them again. So my files wouldn't show up there for a little bit, and I had to Google and whatever, but we got it working. And now I have to go back to my notes and see what things I have to cut out of it because we have to make it from 4 minutes to 2 minutes.
I pick up that day, or what client am I going out? I like the mount.
Started meal prepping, so now every time I sit on the computer, my head can rest because I do have food in the fridge. And when I get like starving, like to the starving point, I can just go grab something. It's already done and I just have to microwave it. So today my food is not too exciting. I have rice, ground beef, and some vegetables. The video, I'm having some issues trying to color grade on DaVinci because it's kind of lagging. So I exported it to be able to see it entirely. And then I'm gonna go back into it. Okay, so got the video. It actually looks really good when I exported it. So I'm uploading it to the Google Drive that I can send to the client. So this is a slider that I've been using, and I don't even know when this is from. I think it's like from 4 years ago. But basically you plug it into the camera through the remote control jack, which I think of my cameras, I think the only one that has this is the R6. And then I have an MPF battery on this remote, and I can set like the start and end button to use the slider. However, I haven't been able to find within my tripods a tripod that can actually hold the weight of this without it like shifting up and down with the 24-70 that I have on my camera. So it makes it a little difficult for me. And I find that the setup is like really bulky to have out all the time, which is like, I just got tired. And I think I'm gonna have to like dedicate it more time when I like can focus on it, because obviously when you're sick, you don't want things to be that difficult. So I'm gonna leave this for another day, but definitely something that I have to look into because I want to be able to use it. And I don't know if it's because maybe there's a technology that's newer that's out, or I just have like a lot of issues with this tripod, like hitting it in different ways. No matter how I slide this in, either one side hits the belt right here, or it doesn't let it slide, or I had to take the handle off to be able to fit it. Okay, so I brought back the slider into the space where I have like all of my camera gear, but I do want to talk about something else that I've been finding to be very useful. Ignore this because this is like from my tripod, but basically, do you see the blue part right here that says PJY Tech? Basically, that's a plate that you can pop in and out of all your tripods. So imagine this black part was on the actual tripod, and that's what the tripod brings. You would install this blue part on it, and as you can see, it has a lock mechanism here. So I unlocked it. I'm going to push it in, and I'm going to take the camera out. So I have the plate here, and this is a plate that goes on every one of my tripods. So it locks. It's like really nice. And then this part goes in super easy. You press in, and then you lock. And I can like very quickly switch from one tripod to the other, or I can switch cameras from one of the others. So my goal is to have all my cameras with one of these plates, and then every one of my tripods, gimbals, small tripods, like everything that I have that has a head like this will have one of those plates. They are about $40 for the plate and the I guess holder. So I only have like 4 right now. And I'm trying to buy them like slowly, but I also feel like the flow of my, just how I work has gotten so much faster since I got this. And that way I can like switch really easily. So I want to put one on my gimbal right here. I also want to put one on my GorillaPod because I feel like I use it a lot. I have another one on my little V-mount battery for my small rig when I have it on. And let me show you it. So basically this is the one that the rig brings, and then I put it right on top. So it's just going to stay there forever, I guess. And then I lock it and unlock it as I need. And it's just like so easy to bring your camera in and out. It's like a time saver. So there is a Peak Design version of this, but obviously more expensive. And I just found that I really like PJY Tech, and I would definitely recommend you buying it if you're in the looks for that. So I have the light out there. I think I'm going to leave it outside, and then the room kind of looks organized. I actually thought that it was going to be a little bit more messy, but this is like our, I guess, like our desk and working area / closet room. So we use it for most of my camera gear. And then I also have like a beauty space here where I do like my hair and makeup or whatever, as you can see. So it's just like our utility room right now, but it's definitely working out really well for us. And we've done a lot of things to like keep it organized and clean. So moving on right now to the living room again. So one thing I really want to show is this little light right here. Basically, it brings a candle, or you can set a candle of your own right there, and it's lit through the timer. So basically, you can put it to 4, 4, or 8 hours, and it'll make the smell, I swear, go to your entire home. I swear to God, this thing is the best thing ever. The light itself can get higher or lower as you wish, but I feel like not only does it smell good, it is also a really nice addition to like my whole desk in general. Like it looks really cute. It's a little messy right now, I'm sorry, but because I'm like working on it, but typically it would be like, typically this is how it would look like. And if I turn that light off that I had like my softbox, I feel like it's such a mood to have like that little, you know, tungsten light right there on the desk. And I just really like it. This is what it looks like. It's like super decorative. There's different styles on Amazon. I will try to link it down below, but I think it's so cute. We got the black one. On that same note, for my iPad mini, I actually have this little handle right here. And what it does is like it closes itself up. So it's super easy for travel, but then you can open it and set it to the length and like the angle that you want to be able to like set your iPad. And you can obviously set it like this horizontally or vertically. So I like to put this right on my desk when I'm filming, or like if I'm doing my hair, I'm literally just watching Netflix or YouTube on it. And I just find it super easy. So I usually have it right here next to my computer because sometimes I'm editing like photo and I want to like be able to watch something. And that's what I do. I just put it right next to me, and it's been like a really nice thing to have to make the process easy. Everything we do is to make our process easier. So whatever works for you, you should definitely like invest in that and find out the things that, you know, make your process better for you. My boyfriend actually got me one of these. I don't know like what to even call it if I were to order one, but it opens up and it has this right here for also the angle, and then the legs like spread out. So this, I can either put the iPad mini or I can put my phone here as well. So sometimes I have like both of them literally laying next to me. I'll try to show you. So I have like the phone like this, and then also the iPad, and that way like if I'm editing and my phone lights up, I can just like glance at it and I don't have to like waste time going to it to see what that notification was. So I know we're like a little obsessed with technology lately, but I mean, it is all about work. So really, regarding the Nano and the Osmo Pocket, I don't know what to decide because I feel like my favorite YouTubers that I watch all the time have the Osmo Pocket 3. And then the Nano like looks so cool. The fact that you can like, it's so tiny and you can put it everywhere. It's magnetic. You also have a screen with it, so you can like have it recording and have the screen on you so you can like see what you're recording, even though you have placed it very far. But the complaints about the Nano are like really big. Like the battery itself is not that great. And as you're charging, like if you have the camera on top of the screen is always charging the camera. So basically by the time the camera's fully charged, the screen itself is like dead. And that overheats a lot. So if you film more than like 5 minutes, it'll be dead, like straight. I don't know if that's something that I would do, but for the purpose that of vlogging, I think 5 minutes is nothing. And there's not really a way to like fix that overheating issue at this point. So I don't know if to wait for like an upgrade since it's like really new. I also really like that it would bring a DJI mic and I would have a reason to actually have one because I want one. I don't need one by any means, but I feel like I do want one just because, I don't know, of the brand, I guess. I don't know. I would use it, but also I got recently like the newer, really tiny desk gimbal. So I don't know if like that would make my process easier because I want something like on the table that I can just like hold on to and click to film myself and not carry like this big tripod around. What do we think? I don't know.